top 8, you had to redraw, and Matt Hirschman will line up 5th here tonight.
Over 20-plus wins for the driver out of Northampton, Pennsylvania. Picked up that big win last night at the Brushy Mountain Motorsports 150 at the historic North Wilkesboro Speedway, and now looking to go back up north with another big win in Virginia.
I mean, think about how successful he's been. The most successful driver in the Race of Champions Modified Trail. 57 total wins there now. He's got 9 Race of Champions championships. He's got a ton of wins on the NASCAR Wheel of Modified Tour, Tri-Track, MRS, you name it. Matt Hirschman's got it done, but I like the kid that qualified 2nd as well. Sam Ramo in that good-looking 06 machine won a Tri-Track race last year up in the New England area, and Ramo comes down here, family-run team, and fastest in practice. 2nd quick in qualifying, hoping for a good run here today, and that driver in that 06 out of Massachusetts will start 8th in tonight's 99-lap main event.
Just before 5 p.m. Eastern time here in Fairlawn, Virginia. The weather forecast is sunny skies, abundant sunshine. It is 77 degrees. You see that sun gleaming, bearing down on the pavement here at the 16 degrees of Pulaski County Motorsports Park, and you said slippery, slick. Watch that race. It's going to be fun at the start.
And folks, right now, we want you to stand up. We need your help. It's time to get up on your feet and get out of your seat. We're at one of the nicest tracks in all of America, Pulaski County Motorsports Park, the old Motor Mile facility here in Fairlawn, Virginia. We have the fight song for Virginia Tech playing as these drivers will salute you. So folks, get up out of your seat, get on your feet, as the Smart Stars salute you, the best racing fans in America, off of turn number 4. This is our salute to open wheels, to chrome horns and 600 horsepower, the ground pounders, the Mod Squad. This is the Smart Modified Tour. Here we go, 99 laps. It'll be a war today under sunny conditions at Pulaski County Motorsports Park for the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. And all Myers front row. Bert on the inside, brother Jason on the outside. Jason still has not won a Smart Modified Tour race. Folks, get up on your feet. By the grace of God, it's 600 horsepower. This is a Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. A little bit of a slip up by Jason Myers. Maybe a misshift, maybe spun those tires, did not get up to speed. Jason Myers back to the 5th spot. Bert Myers leads the opening lap. Carson Lofton hot on his heels.
In the sun, going into 1 and 2. The shade exiting down the front straightaway. We're watching the conditions change just at the drop of the green flag. What does it do to these open wheel cars out of footwork?
Oh, as the tires wear even more, it's going to get more and more slippery on the racetrack. But there you see Bert Myers in that Citrus Safe, number 1, backyard leisure pools and spas machine. And then the L&R transmissions car, the red number 23 for Carson Lofton. Think about it. Oh, the caution comes out, and damage I see on the front stretch. The 07 car heading into turn number 1 right there. Dennis Holdren out of Roanoke, Virginia. Some contact, I believe, with the wall, because he has not only a flat tire, looks like maybe some suspension damage on the right front of that Mark Dowdy-owned machine.
Caution coming out for the first time here in the Radford race for the Virginia driver, the 07 machine. Again, he's going to come to the pits. That's heartbreak right here on the opening lap to have a problem, Bob.
Especially for Dennis Holdren.
Yeah.
He had this one circled on his calendar. There you see not only that right front tire down, but suspension damage. You can see it just right front. That might be terminal for that driver in the 07 VA. And that's a shame, because today we honor Paul Radford. And Radford, this race car right here, the 07, the black car, so famous around the Southern Modified ranks. And Paul Radford ran the 07 for a period of time in his career, one of the most successful drivers to have run this car. So Mark Dowdy jacking that car right now, trying to look, and estimate what the damage is to the right front, but by the looks of it, it had significant damage there. And Dennis Holdren, a former winner here at Motor Mile in late model competition.
Yeah, done well in the fender cars here in the past in Fair Lawn, Virginia, at Pulaski County Motorsports Park. We all know it as Motor Mile Speedway. The transition name just happened right before the summer. And again, a tough break there for Dennis Holdren, that 07 VA machine, putting us under the caution flag for the first time here in the Radford race here on a Sunday afternoon in Virginia. Again, caution coming out quickly. Burt Myers, the ace in the front.
And I got an eye on a couple of different drivers here. One of them, Brian Lofton, in the number 15 car. Brian Lofton has had a lot of success here. 2 Tour-type modified victories, one in 2004 with the Smart Series, and one in 2005, back-to-back years, and that was with the NASCAR Whelen Southern Modified Tour. But 8 races, 8 total starts for him, 214 laps led, those 4 top 5 finishes. I talked to Brian, I said, what is it about this racetrack? He goes, man, you can really stand on the gas here. This is my style racetrack. He loves the high banks. The tires don't wear out as much as some other racetracks, like we went to Carteret. It's by the beach. It's got the shells in it, kind of just like a cheese grater for those tires. But the tires will stay underneath you a little bit more as long as you don't punish the tires, especially that right rear. And the thing to consider here is that at some point during this 99-lap race, these teams will come down and they have the opportunity to change 1 tire. That's all they have in their pit. They can make adjustments to the race cars, but only 1 tire. Now I asked Burt Myers with, the tire wear, can you go the whole distance? He said, absolutely not. And now Burt will lead the field back to the green flag here by our speed jockey on FloRacing.
Saw the number 2 of Brandon Ward for Joey Coulter Racing right there to the outside. He's got Matt Hirschman on the bottom. There's that 23. Carson Lofton. He's won here before in the Carolina Crate Modified Series, and he is digging hard on the bridesmaid spot on Money Hirschman in 1.
But he's got the stealth bomber there. I mean, Matt Hirschman just so good at saving his tires, and now Lofton to the outside groove. Really aggressive in the early going. Here comes Sam Ramo just behind that. Look at that. Side by side for the 4th spot. Side by side for 4th, and Ramo going for that spot. He gets it. Brandon Ward up the racetrack, opens up the door for Brian Lofton in the 15.
Now Lofton and Ward battle alongside one another. That'll fan back.
Contact.
Tim Brown.
Contact between Lofton and Brandon Ward going into turn number 3. Side by side behind that, here comes Jimmy Wallace in that black and silver number 21. Wallace having his best run of the year, battling with the guy who is 2nd in points, Brandon Ward.
You don't want to make too much contact with open wheel cars, though, right? The Nerf bars will only do but so much. They work off 4. Myers the leader, Lofton in 2nd of the Thundering Herd. Roars back into turn number 1 and 2.
Ryan Newman climbing through the field as well. Keep your eye on that yellow and black aggressive hydraulics Pace-O-Matic number 39 for Newman. Newman could be trouble for the competition. Tested here recently, felt like he had a good race car. They came here, didn't qualify as well as he had hoped in that Pace-O-Matic pit party. He told us the car was way too tight. So they're trying to make some air pressure adjustments to that car. And here we go, Wesley. We got a battle for the lead. Carson Lofton looking to the inside of that number 1 machine of Burt Myers.
Not wasting any time at all. The Lexington Missile is working his way on the ace. That's Burt Myers as they work off 4. Peeks to the inside. Nothing there. Goes nose to tail in that car back to 1.
Lexington Flyer.
Lexington Flyer.
There you go. Lexington Flyer for 15-year-old Carson Lofton in 2nd. Pounding the ace, Burt Myers.
Looks like a missile right now, David.
He is. You got to wonder, though, is he punishing his tires too much? Trying to go to the outside, inside, trying to get around Burt Myers. And remember, at the end of lap 30, that will conclude Bell Helmet's stage 1. And then these drivers are awarded a little cash bonus for their finishes in the top 3 by Bell Helmet. So thank you so much to Bell Helmets for being a supporter of the Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic.
Only 2 stages in the Radford race tonight here at Pulaski County. It's Burt Myers, Carson Lofton, Samuel Rayon, followed by, of course, Matt Hirschman and Brian Lofton. We're working lap number 10 or 11.
I know you've been on the dirt announcing all those crate late model drivers. So coming back over here, we throw you in a northeast name with the weird spellings. You never know what's going to happen. But right now, it's 2 Southerners that are out ahead of this field. Burt Myers from Walnut Cove, North Carolina, And then Lexington, North Carolina's Carson Lofton, yellow flag on the racetrack for the second time in this race. And as we look around this racetrack, we're trying to figure out what it is for. I would assume maybe some debris spotted by David Hoots out on the racetrack, because I don't see a car stopped or slowed anywhere. We're going to try to get some clarification of why the caution here at this point of the race. And there was
Wes
a car
Gilbert,
stop.
I believe, had a problem,
Yeah,
Bob.
he was behind the
There he
tech
is right
shed.
there.
Yep, behind the tech shed. We did not see him. Wes Gilbert stopped on the racetrack in turn number 2. So trouble for that driver out of New York early in the going.
Yeah, Wes Gilbert will put us under the second caution flag. It is a solo yellow flag, just like what happened with Dennis Holdren earlier on the start of the race. They did get a good amount of laps in here now. We're working now 11 of 99, still about less than 20 to go in stage 1.
So let's give you a rundown of where they are right now at this stage of the game. We are only 11 laps into this race. Still plenty to go in this 99-lap affair. Burt Myers leads with Carson Lofton in second. Sam Ramo in that third spot. Ramo in the 06 machine. Good run for that Massachusetts speedster. Matt Hirschman out of Pennsylvania is in fourth. And Brian Lofton, also out of North Carolina, in that fifth spot. Jimmy Wallace, who finished sixth in this race 1 year ago, having another good run in sixth once again. So Jimmy Wallace out of Lexington, North Carolina, as well in sixth. Ryan Newman, Indiana driver, in seventh. Brandon Ward, North Carolina representative, right there in the number 2 machine in the A spot. Florida driver Joey Coulter in the 02 is ninth. And New Jersey racer Andrew Krause already up to 10th after starting deep in the field with that good-looking number 24.
Tim Brown currently 11th right now. Bobby Labonte in the 12th spot. Caleb Hetty, former series champion on the Smart Modified Tour, is in 13th. Stefan Kopik is in the 14th spot. Michael Rich is 15th. Daniel Yates, Jeremy Gerster, the Floridian, is in 17th. Chris Fonicherio is in 18th. Jason Myers, 19th. Tim Connolly, your top 20. And right now, again, Paul Hall on the lead lap at 21st. Problems for Wes Gilbert as well as Dennis Holdren.
So we've got Blaze and Paul on camera today for FloRacing. Thank you to both of you for your hard work here today and allowing us to show you this Smart Modified Tour powered by Pace-O-Matic. We will have we're scheduled to have a drone as well, brought to you by CitraSafe as well as Carolina Drilling. We'll get that to you as soon as possible. We're trying to figure out some scoring here to get you a ticker on the screen as well. There's the number 4 machine. What a story for Tim Connolly. Gave up racing for a long time. Former football player in high school and college, and he is behind the wheel of that Mystic Missile V4. He formerly ran for Bob Garbarino on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, 9-time winner there. He's won a couple of Racing Champions races as well. We're getting ready to get back to green here as it's Myers and Lofton still. Watch that row right behind there, Ramo and Hirschman.
Back to speed into 1. Myers on the bottom. Gives him plenty of room for Lofton up top. Well, that goes on, waiting patiently in that third position as that driver, Rayon. And Ramo on the bottom. Ramo.
It looks like
for second.
Something different, but it's Ramo.
It's Ramo.
Absolutely. So, nose to tail. Myers, Lofton, Ramo in that third spot. We go back a little bit further. No, we don't. Battle for the lead. Contacted turn number 3. Lofton on the inside of Burt Myers for the lead in the Radford race at Motor Mile.
Will we see a lead change on lap number 13? Here comes Lofton on the bottom. Now the outside lane will go to Myers. Ramo not even in this battle. They are side by side. Here comes Ramo now out of 4.
Carson Lofton trying to get the lead here, but look at Myers battling strong on the outside. So strong is Burt Myers in that machine, he finally gives it up. Carson Lofton to the front. How about that? Carson Lofton leads his first laps here in Smart Modified Tour competition at Motor Mile.
The Lexington Flyer up in front. I don't even think his dad's got a nickname. He's got one though.
Oh, Flying Brian, right?
Son Lofton,
what you call
got it
Brian.
going. Flying Brian. It just works that way.
Yes.
Flying Brian. The 23 though, up in front. Look at this. biggest win of his career here at Motor Mile, besides when he won last Memorial Day in the Carolina Great Modified Series. Right now, he is leading the pack into one.
So there you see, we're going to work outside the top 5 a little bit right now while they're just single file. Ryan Newman now has climbed up a little bit. Newman having a good run. He's up to 5th. There is Brian Lofton right behind that in the 6th spot. But look at that gaggle of cars right behind that. Right behind Lofton in that 15 is Brandon Ward in the number 2 machine. There he is with Joey Coulter. Those are both Coulter Motorsports machines. Brandon Ward in that brand new PSR machine, the number 2, and Joey Coulter in the 02. Ward has won twice already this year. Coulter, very hungry, has not won a race this year. Has come close on a couple of different occasions. He's a 2-time winner in the Smart Modified Tour. And then Andrew Krause having a heck of a run right now. Right behind that 02 is the 24 of Andrew Krause. Krause running up there right now in the 9th spot. So great run for that driver with so much success up in the Northeast, especially at tracks like Wall Stadium in Belmar, New Jersey. Behind Krause, though, Steven Kopsik also having a good run, solidly in the top 10 right now for that driver in the 1CT. Some good-looking cars right there between the 24 as well as Kopsik. Ramo to the inside of Myers, battle for 2nd.
That was going on for that 2nd spot now. Ramo clears him, open the door. Here comes Matt Hirschman. Had to check up there and get on the binders just a moment as they go into turn number 3, single file.
That Backyard Leisure Pools and Spas number 1 of Burt Myers closed the door quick on Matt Hirschman in the 60. Hirschman looking to make that outside to in maneuver, trying to get it off the corner. There's the battle for the lead. Ramo to the inside, charging hard. Pushes it into the lead. How about that? Sam Ramo to the point in the Radford race.
That Connolly in trouble.
Yeah, Connolly with some trouble slowing on the inside of the racetrack. Looks like he's going to pull to pit road and get out of harm's way. Ramo up front here early in this one. 24 laps complete now, 25 at Motor Mile. Hirschman to the inside. He finally gets by Burt Myers. Here comes Newman. I say that because of the Seinfeld reference. Get it?
And by the way, the SRX champion of 2023, SRX was here back in July at the Motor Mile Speedway at Pulaski County Motorsports Park. Got to think, Bob, okay, different cars, but can you take anything from that SRX July event for the Mod Show?
No, not at all.
Throw it out the window.
Here comes Hirschman to the inside of Carson Lofton. Did Lofton push it a little bit too hard, too early here? He's starting to fall by the wayside in the top 5. Ramo by, Hirschman by, Newman by. Now here comes Burt Myers trying to get back by Lofton. Remember, they swapped the top spot earlier in this race.
3 laps to go, down 2 to go when they flash under the flag stand, soaring off into turn number 1 in stage number 1. And right now, Samuel Ramo leading the way off the corner. 2 car leads back. Matt Hirschman, winner last night at North Wilkesboro. Many wins on the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic, and looking to try to go back to Pennsylvania with all the money in the South.
Let's go back to the front. The leader, Sam Ramo, in that 06 machine. He's going to bring it to the stripe, this time by to complete Bell Helmet stage number 1 for the Smart Modified Tour, powered by Pace-O-Matic. You see the Bell Helmets, pink and white flag. JB Cole is waving to indicate Stage 1 is complete after 30 laps thanks to Bell Helmets. Sam Ramo wins that. He'll pick up a little extra cash for on his trek home to Massachusetts. Matt Hirschman now running in 2nd. Hirschman said he's got all the kids in the family with him.
Yeah.
They got to go back overnight because he's got to get the kids back to school.
I like the new touch. For years, you had the Jerry Hunt Super Center stage break with the orange and white flag. Now you got Bell Racing